This Friday, of course, if you haven't heard, WBAY celebrating 70 years on the air.
And one of our former co-workers was here for more than 30 of those years. Tonight, Emily Byers shares memories, laughs, and of course some pranks from former WBAY meteorologist George Graphos.
The latest weather when you need it with meteorologist George Graphos.
Beloved former WBAY meteorologist George Graphos is enjoying retirement, now living in Arizona with his wife and close to his son.
You ready to go?
Taking the time to not slow down, but to hit the racetrack at Road America.
See you at the track.
And tackling bucket lists and other hobbies such as travel, sailing, painting, and photography. But he says he thinks back on his time at WBAY and the viewers often.
When I looked at the camera, I always saw a face.
You were raised, of course, in Upper Michigan near Lake Superior. Not in the lake, but near the lake. Right.
The native viewer came to WBAY in 1985, wrapping up a 32-year career in broadcast television in 2017. He remembers a lot of fun memories on camera, with bloopers.
It's oatmeal boiling. What's the next change? Hell, I don't know, but...
And of course, pranks, and off camera.
Bill and I, during commercial break, I think we're talking about liver and onions. Oh. And he, he and I both love liver and onions, but people have, very strong feelings about it. They either hate it or they love it. Yeah. And somehow, after the weather, I happened to mention that.
And the viewers took notice. George says he had a flood of emails about liver and onions.
The connection between your audience and yourself, or yourselves in this case, I mean, it is so personal. I mean, personal. I used to stand right next to Cammie, and when on different news sets, sometimes I stand next to Bill, sometimes Cammie, but I stood next to Cammie's right ear, for decades. I mean, I know her right ear like it's better than my own.
Is that not perfect?
After more than 3 decades in TV in Northeast Wisconsin, it's enjoyable to reminisce.
We could be here for a week talking about, memories and funny things that happened.
How could you pick a favorite?
One time, we were at the Railroad Museum.
George, where are you? There he is. What kind of weather we got to look forward to? All aboard!
And the train started to pull out, and I was supposed to be on it, so I ran and jumped on the, on the back step on the caboose.
Okay, George, give me my hand.
And slipped. And I thought, uh-oh, this is the end. But Chuck, reached down, grabbed my arm, and pulled me up.
I knew I could make it.
He kind of saved my life.
See you later.
With a lifetime of memorable moments George says he cherishes, many from his time spent with viewers. In the late 1980s, Graphos became the first meteorologist in the country to take a weather segment to a viewer's backyard.
I'll swing the microphone cord and you jump it.
We did the backyard weather years ago. That was a hoot. that was really crazy.
Adios. Adios, amigos. Auf Wiedersehen! Be careful, you don't have your helmet on, George.
George still visits Northeast Wisconsin and connects with viewers often.
You miss the viewers, you miss the people you work with a lot, and I guess the part that really you never forget, that's what's closest to you.
Some things he doesn't miss.
I grew up with snow, but I don't miss it.
What, where, and how much is a good question.
But next time he visits, well, you'll have to stay tuned.
When you stop by in the summer, if it's around 4 p.m., 4:30, 5 p.m., 6 p.m., or 10 p.m., I bet you we have a spot for you.
I most definitely have that on my schedule.
Thank you.
In Green Bay, Emily Byers, Action 2 News.
Oldest stories.
Yeah, the Geo.
Yeah.
There's so many fun memories with him. Yeah, just a great guy.
And always the best dressed man on television.
Oh my goodness. Tell the story about the...
My wife went into his wardrobe. We were over visiting with him. My wife went in his wardrobe, and his shirts were always pressed,
yeah.
and you would always, the pocket would be so tight. She went through and popped all of them out. Oh my goodness.
Back
to the dry cleaner. Oh, he was ticked. He was mad.
Happy. He was very, very put together.
We're still friends.
We'll be back with more.